Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see. Get you in here. Please. Ted,
Hey, what's going on, man?
what up with you? How you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Thanks for having me on, man.
You over here trying to make some of these creative deals, I see, huh?
Yeah, yeah, but it's the first one, so it may be let's see what could happen.
Yeah, when you're doing your first creative deal, it can get crazy. So you got to really know what you're doing. So it's good that you reached out. How did you find the deal?
Um, it it was from a Facebook ad.
Oh,
So
Facebook ads really work, huh?
yeah, it was a Facebook ad, so it didn't make sense for a wholesale offer. So um, I said to the seller, I said, listen, what if I could, what is the possibility I could take over your payments and cash you out down the road? Would that be something you'd be interested in talking about more? And said, hey, sure, why not?
And those are
Because they
kind of
had the
people I'm looking for. Them ones that just ready to go, receptive, because you get a lot of these people that
yeah,
are like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I want all cash right now. And I don't want to deal with them people all.
exactly.
Which, unless you want to take this low offer, you take this low offer, we can do
Ex-
some cash.
I could give you
Love.
it,
I give
right?
$1. I'll buy anything for $1. I'll buy that for $1. Remember they used to be on that movie.
Yeah.
So let me see here. You did give me the numbers for this deal here. So he wants to sell the house, or you offer to lease purchase this house?
Well, he initially tried to sell it. He had a realtor on it, um, and the realtor kind of priced it very high, and it was
Oh,
sitting there. It was sitting there because the backstory on this with this seller is that this seller it's a family, and he has elderly parents that's living with him, and
mm.
it's a 3-story house. It's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It's like damn near 3,000 square foot. It's a big house,
So that's a booger.
and yeah, and there's no bedrooms on the first floor. So his elderly parents, they have knee issues, health issues, um, and so he wanted to sell it with a realtor, and the realtor priced it very high. It sat there. I think they got some traction on it when they lowered the price, but the
So
time
wait a
frame.
minute.
This was,
So you telling me the real estate agent was trying to hit a grand slam home run, five hundred
of
thousand
course,
dollars for a house that ain't worth it?
he was trying to get that. He was trying to get that commission.
Oh, that commission, man. You live on that commission life. You be trying to squeeze some money that ain't there. Damn.
Absolutely,
How long was it
absolutely.
on the
So
MLS for?
this was in April. So this was in April.
July, August, September,
Um,
October.
they
Damn.
Yeah. So they had it on there for some time. They had some people that came that made offers on it for 370, for like 375. Yeah. But they would have been able to close um in December. And they
Oh
were like, oh,
no.
I don't know about that. Because there's no sure thing with retail buyers at any point during this, the process.
It's a fall
The
apart.
underwriters could be like, it could fall apart. So they were like, no. So he was kind of turned off by the realtor. He said the realtor was kind of unprofessional, wasn't returning calls, this, that, and the third. So I had to twist the knife. I'm like,
Mhm. So the pain is
yeah.
this. So they're paying on a mortgage on a vacant house. Is that what's going on? So the house vacant, or are they
Well,
living in it?
they're living in a house. They're living in a house, but they want it like that. This it's something where they want to get out because this whole thing where I guess the house is not really accessible to the elderly parents, and it's really causing a burden like on them. To go up and down steps, and it's a bit much. If it was one of those like in-law suites or something like that, it would have been perfect. So that's something that they're trying to get right now.
Mm.
So they're willing to for right now do experiment with the lease auction, um to kind of see what they they're open pretty much.
So their main thing is they want to have somebody take over the payments That's their main thing. They just don't want the burden of having to pay for a house. Do they have a place to move already and stuff, or what's the deal there?
So that's the thing. They're actually looking to get something right now. His explanation to me is that he's willing to like to rent somewhere, um and in the process look for a place, look for a house that's pretty much probably like a one floor.
So it's not about the
Or
money per se. Like it's not the monthly that they're paying out is the problem. It's the problem of the house needs to be one level instead of multi-level.
right. It's like the problem of the house. It's the burden. It's the pain point because um this family is they're pretty tight knit, and like the parents, like I said, the parents are living there. As a matter of fact, I think it's both sets of parents. The wife's parents and his parents are living there, and they're elderly.
What market are
So
you
yeah,
in? What city is this?
I'm in Raleigh, in North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, all right.
Yeah,
I've only been there once,
yeah.
a long time ago. It's up in North
Okay.
Carolina. So
North
yeah,
Kakalaka, man.
that
And
seems
this
like it's all
property's
the action
in.
up there, man. All the action in the real estate seems like it's up there.
Listen, man, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. I'm not initially. I'm originally from New York, though, so I've only been in North Carolina for like 2 years now.
Okay. So their
Yeah.
biggest thing is they need another house. So I mean, even if you took over the payments tomorrow, I mean, does that solve their problem, or do you have a way to help them find a house?
Well, that's the thing. I told him, I was like, listen, I could try and help you get something, because I told him, I said, listen, a cash option, I could give you a cash offer. I could, I proposed the lease option to them, and I said, listen, I will help you. I could introduce you to another realtor if
Oh no,
that's the
they don't want
case.
no realtor. They already been burned with that. They learned that. Bring them to a
Yo,
professional.
that
Bring them on over here. I'll help get them hooked up.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but they pretty yeah, that's a deal. They pretty much are looking for um the right home this time around. So he expressed to me that he wants to get the right home this time around
okay.
because
So it sounds
yeah,
like
so
they're
it's
gonna
not
try
really about the money.
to.
It's not really about the money itself. Like they've been making their payments. It's not something where they fell behind or something like that.
So the
You know,
loan is current.
the loan is current. He sent me the most current statement for me to take a look at it. So the loan is current.
So let's take a
And
look at the numbers
he,
here real quick that you sent me. Let's see here.
yeah,
So you say that the ARV is about 390. They were
mhm,
asking 375.
right,
The payment 2071.
right,
So
and
that's including PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance.
yes, sir.
And what's the 5 years? What's that? That's how long they said they would
Well,
for.
the 5 years of well, it's a 30-year, mortgage, and they're at like 3.8%, something like that. So it's pretty low. It's like three
So
and change.
so
It's
you
a
know
30-year,
So the tricky thing when it comes to this stuff is about you have to position yourself right. So like when you sent me that
right,
message saying that, oh yeah, I need to come back and tell this seller something. That's not the right position when you're doing these types of deals. The position you want to
right,
take is you're asking questions. Because I go into the deal, I don't know anything. Like I still don't know
right,
anything. I want to know what is the real problem. Because that's why I was just asking you now, like, well, what's going to really help them? Because if they don't find another house, they're still in the same position. You see what I'm saying?
right,
A lot of people look at the
right,
numbers and all that. That's nice, but can you really solve their problem? You got to soothe that pain of them, and their pain is really getting into another place. And so, do they have the money already to get into another place, or do you think they want a big, juicy down payment from you or something?
So that's the thing. So I spoke, like, initially when I spoke to him, he was like, it's not about the money. But then when I got to the crux of it, he wants a nice down payment. He
Exactly.
wants a nice down payment. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
way I go about that, so once they say you already asked them, yeah, you'll take terms or you'll take this monthly payment. The way I ask it, would you consider taking a monthly payment until we pay you off in full? Pause and let them answer. They're gonna say, "Well, what's that?" Or "Oh, what are you talking about?" Or "Oh no," or "Hell no, I ain't doing that." They're gonna give you some kind of response. Now, if they even sound
Right.
open, what's that about? Then you can explain it. Or if they tell you that, yeah, we'll do it like this case we're doing here. Yeah, we're open. What do you got? How can that work? Great. So you'll take monthly payments on it, we can work that out. Let me ask you this: what's the least you could take on the price if we could agree on terms? See, these are questions. And they're going to say a number. So, what did you say? They wanted 375. Is that what they were asking?
Right.
Let me hold up 1 second. How much do they owe on this mortgage?
So they actually owe. So they bought it for like 303.
So they owe
bought it for
way
like,
less.
yeah, they way less. So my that's why I was going to go back to them and counter.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? This stuff. Yeah.
so this is how. So I'm gonna go back through the scenario like I would have done it if I was talking to them. I would,
Yeah.
they'll take terms, or they sound like they even do it. Yeah, we'll do that. How does that work, or anything like that? So what's the least you could take on the price if we could agree on terms? They're gonna say some number, whatever number that may be, 375. Well, is that the best you can do? They're going to say another number. They might come down. We don't know. Sometimes they do. Or can you do any better than that? You can ask them something else, and then they're going to probably lower the number. A lot of times people don't know how powerful it is. Just asking one more little small question, they'll drop just automatically. I don't know. I mean, is that the best you can do? It's an act. You get into the act. And you can do this over the phone. You can be right in their face. If you're in their face, you can make the face and play the whole role. Now, if you're on the phone with them, you can be sitting back, sipping on a pina colada, doing the same thing. Now,
the same thing exactly.
So whatever number they say, we don't care because we're going to work it out anyway once we go check out the house. Have you seen this house yet?
No, so I haven't. I'm going there tomorrow to see the house.
Okay,
so I'm going up there tomorrow.
So you can always negotiate and work out the complete details because you're not making any offers over the phone right now or anything. You just,
right.
If they're even open. So, next sentence after, they tell you this number, whatever that number may be, 375, 325, who cares? Who knows? Well, the next thing I would say to them after they say that number is, so if you're going to take this terms, we usually buy with nothing down. Okay. It's just real clean and simple. We usually buy with nothing down. Okay. They're going to either say, okay, or they're either going to say, no, I need something down. So what's the least you can take as a down payment? Well, I mean, I really want to get a lot down, or I want to get some, that's not going to be reasonable because you want to get that down as low as you can. You want to help them out, but you don't want to come in committing a whole bunch of money because I've bought several houses with no money down just for closing costs. Just let you know this is very well possible.
Right.
So, it's all about positioning yourself. Like I said, you're not coming back in to, I'm going to offer you this. I'm asking a question to see what I can do to try to make this deal work because it may not work for us. It may not be a good deal. I want to make it a win-win situation, a win for you and a win for us where everybody's happy in the end. But so if they're willing to do, $3,000-5,000 down, something like that, something realistic, not $20,000 down. You don't want to get up into that stupid stuff unless it's like a really steep deal and they're giving you a bunch of equity or you got a real reason to be giving some money like that because you don't want to commit yourself. Because like I said, we usually buy with nothing down. Okay. They're either going to say, okay, or no, I need a lot of money down. I need 10,000 down. Wow. Then you can dig into why they need that or go into more conversation. So, a lot of this stuff is about asking good questions, pausing and letting them answer, not you coming up with anything, asking questions, pausing and let them tell you what they can do. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Because instead of you trying to say, well, let me see what I can do and try to pull these numbers out the sky, you don't know. Ask the question and see what they need and see if you can make it happen or even get close to what they ask. Because your offer may be exactly what they ask, or your offer may be lower than what they ask. It's probably going to be lower if they're asking something ridiculous. Oh, I need 25,000 down. Because I got a lady right now I'm talking to. She got a foreclosure deal. Her house about to go to foreclosure. She thinks she going to get 17,000 down. No, she wanted 12,000 down. You need 5,000 to bring the loan current, pay the closing costs, and repair the house. So I'm like, I had to break this down for this lady. Let her know you're trying to have somebody bring about $20,000 to buy this house. Do you know what you're asking for? And it's probably not realistic.
Right.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, and you're in a dire situation.
Exactly, and they are too because they want to be out this house. That's why I say you got to identify the pain. And actually, part of my offer, I would even help them try to find a house. I'll be trying to help them get somewhere because if you don't solve that problem, no matter what you say out your mouth gonna mean anything. You got to solve their problem.
Right.
So as you go through all of that and work out the terms, and if they have a loan, so I guess you'd be okay with me taking over the payments on this. You want to be agreeing to that. You don't want to try to, and if that don't work, you can give them a little bit over. But I really want to just take over the payments as it sits. Because what was it, 2,071? Is that
right?
So that's their monthly payment. Will it rent for more than that?
Yeah, we rent. I checked out like some rents in the area. You could get like 20, 23. I see 24 is like the tops, or like 23.
Right. So,
Hmm.
so that's just getting, and that's just to get you started with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So once you get
Right,
all of that out and you go look at the house, see what kind of repairs it need. Oh, I need in this. We're gonna probably have to fix that, whatever. And you can, kind of negotiate in person. You don't
right,
want to be negotiating over the phone on these terms. Is you do that right in their face because you can get it down a little lower. Because you got
right.
to, oh wow, I didn't know this big thing was right here. We're gonna have to get that fixed. I don't know. And I can say, yeah, I've been meaning to get that fixed. And whatever, you got leverage because you're there. And then you can talk about, when you're in their house, you want to definitely try to be building rapport. So it's not even
Right.
when you go to their house. Is this your first deal altogether, or you've been doing wholesale deals?
I've been doing wholesale deals.
Oh, okay.
This is my first lease. This is my first lease option deal.
Okay.
Or potentially first lease option deal. Yeah, because this house is one of those new builds.
Oh,
They
brand
bought
new.
it in like, yeah, they bought it in 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the pictures I saw of it was when it was sold in 2016, and it was like it's a new it's in a new build community. So um I would just be going there to see you know how it's changed since 2016, pretty much.
Well, 3 years.
You know,
Okay. And so did they tell you they wanted an amount of money down so already, or what?
no, they didn't. So they didn't tell me they wanted like the percentage, or they didn't say an amount, but they said that they would want some money down.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's not a problem. So, like I said, those are the questions. And you could play this video back to kind of get and take notes of it. Because, when you
right,
position yourself right in these deals, they'll tell you what they need. They'll tell you what they do. When you ask the questions, they're making you the offer. You're not making any offer. You're asking questions.
right,
That's
right,
the most
right,
powerful thing because I know nothing. I still don't know nothing.
right. Because like I said, they want to get another house. So I was telling them, typically, typically I don't, the amount that you're looking at to put down for another house, like I can't give you that. You
And
know
if
what
it
I'm
don't
saying?
work, it don't work.
Right. It don't give you that. And he said, okay, I'm cool. I'm fine with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's
Yeah,
why
I'm
I say
fine
try
with
to
that.
identify how you can solve that problem. Don't try to give them a lot of money. Don't offer no money. You try to get that
Right.
low as you can because you're going to get your money, get a down payment on your exit strategy because you're going to sell it on the lease option, right?
Yes.
So let me
Yes.
ask you this though too. That's another thing I want to ask. Why did you not decide to just buy it? Why are you doing it on a lease option?
So that's the thing. Like, at this stage is like I think it's more positioned towards like a subject to kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
subject
then
to or a
and
wrap.
then yeah, and then it's more positioned that way, to kind of think. So that's the thing. We haven't came up with anything set in stone yet. They're just open to the idea of um doing terms. So when I go to them, I'm pretty much gonna like try and lay it out. So I'm trying to get it organized now. So when I go to them, to kind of lay it out how I'm gonna approach it. Because I want everything to be transparent, and them seeing how, exactly, make it very easy for them to understand, pretty much.
So yeah, the
What
biggest
I'm-
thing too that you got to make sure you're clear when you tell them. You might have to tell them twice. We'll be responsible for the maintenance and repairs on the property. You don't have to worry about any of that. We'll just make that payment straight to you every month because that's some of the stuff they worry about. Like, oh, what about if this breaker, that breaker? What's going to happen? You got to let them, comfort them on that end, if that makes sense.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
and so that's the thing too.
Um,
So do you have money reserves or anything for if anything do happen in the future, or how you looking on that
yeah,
part?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 no, yeah.
Because this is a response. This takes a big responsibility. A lot of people say, "I want to jump in this subject too. I want to jump in this lease option. I want to jump in this wraparound mortgage." This stuff you got to be
Right,
responsible. And everybody ain't
right,
built for this stuff. Just being real.
right, right, right. You
I got
gotta
two
have
people late
reserves. That's
right
the
now.
truth.
I got two people late today that didn't pay yet. So
Wow. Yeah. So you gotta. If it continues like that, you're gonna have to make that up until, right?
well, they pay the late fees, but it's just the point. The fact of the matter is, what if they don't pay? Is it going to
that
kill
if they
you? Is it
don't
going to
pay.
hurt you? You need to make that payment
Right.
and do what you promised you said you was going to do. Regardless of
Right.
what
Right.
happens with your tenant buyer, whatever happened in the future, you're responsible.
Yeah.
So you have to take that responsibility. And that's why I want to make sure that's very well stressed, because a lot of people try to, I just want to do it. I'm like, man, you might want to stick to wholesaling because this stuff,
Right.
it get complex.
Right. 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 Exactly.
All right. So hopefully that can help you kind of get in the right direction. Did you have any other questions about this particular deal or anything?
Not really, not really. Like, it's just pretty much, I'm gonna just play this over, like you said, because you dropped a lot of nuggets.
Yeah, I'll be
So I'm gonna
dropping them.
yeah, I'm gonna play this over and see, and pretty much just have it mapped out, like you said, being transparent, making sure that they understand what's going on, and just again, just like, just looking over the numbers, making sure the numbers are tight, on everything.
Exactly. You got to get them numbers right, and build that rapport with them. Long as they know, like, and trust you, they'll do whatever you say. But
Right.
my position normally, like I was trying to say before on these deals, is I try to buy the house. I'd rather buy it on a subject to or buy it on a wrap. I'd rather buy that
Right.
house. That's my first position.
Right.
Can I buy it? But the only thing is that loan will stay in their name temporarily until we pay it
Right.
off time in the future. If they're okay with
Right.
that, I'm buying it. No question about that. I'm always trying to buy the house. You don't want to be dealing with that seller later on down the road and all of that. You want to
Right.
say,
Right. Exactly.
Now if they have a problem with, I don't want to keep this loan in my name and all that stuff, and I don't want to do that, then you back it down to a lease option. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going in on a lease option, and it says they just won't do anything outside of it. My first thing is to try to buy it. Then I back down to the lease option.
Right, that's the second resort you're going to.
That's a fallback. Well, if you don't, if you have a problem with that staying in your name, so what are you going to do if you're not going to what are you going to do if you can't sell it? I always ask that of every seller. What do you plan to do if you can't sell this house? Because if you don't ask me, they might say, well, I'm just going to rent it out. Great. We have a program for that as well. Lease it to us with an option to buy. And there you go, your lease option, right there delivered right on the spot.
Right.
So, that stuff that all makes the big difference in this stuff, positioning yourself right. If you go into the deal giving too much or, offering too much and all that, it makes it very difficult to bounce back from that stuff. Your bank account has a direct reflection on the words that come out of your mouth.
Powerful, bro.
So you got to be careful. A lot of people jump in. I'm just going to offer them. I'm going to give them $20,000. Who said to give them that?
Right.
Usually buy with nothing down. Okay.
Right.
Like, okay. Like, oh, okay. You just agreed to sell me your house, no money down. And don't even talk about it no more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a lot of little things. And if you got a person that don't have a mortgage, you can get 0% interest. I got one like that right now. No money down, 0% interest on a 10-year balloon. 10 years, I might have 2-3 tenant buyers through this house.
Right.
And I'm making principal payments only every month. No interest, principal. Beating that thing up every month. $9,000 a year coming off this house. And somebody else paying it. I ain't paying it. Just building my equity up. That I already bought it on equity as well. The house was worth $179. I sold it. Let me see what I sell it for. Yeah, I sold it for $179. I bought it for $139. Sold it for $179.
Okay. So you already in the money.
Got equity. I could wholesale that deal anytime or sell a deal anytime. If this tenant don't act right or whatever, they can get them up out of there and sell the house. They already built up my equity on top of that from the months they've been in there. So that's why I say these deals, when you get in them right, I mean, these are just goose that lays golden eggs. I cannot stress it enough. That's why I say when you learn and master this creative real estate, wholesaling nice, don't get me wrong. It is the ATM to get you good. But when you learn this creative stuff, man, it can change everything. How many of them you need to put you out of a job?
I see that. Because most of the deals you come across are not going to be wholesale deals. So.
Exactly. And you can't help them with just wholesaling, or a real estate agent can't help them, or you got to get creative sometime and create a deal from thin air.
Right. Yeah, man. So I definitely, I'm going to go like I have up until like late in the evening tomorrow. So I keep you up to date as to what's going on. And like I said, I'll just run this video back and pretty much just have some stuff jotted down and whatnot. And I keep you up to date as to what's the outcome.
Do you have the paperwork already to do any of these deals? And that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. Do you already have the paperwork?
Well, my thing is like I don't have like the contracts itself, but I just have like the jotted down like that, just the way pen pen and paper so they could see it rather than bring in like I guess um like a contract itself and having all this language down. Just have it down on pen and paper, and then I guess I could always have my attorney kind of like get something going where I could have those terms transferred to actual to legal documents itself.
Well, I mean, you can do it that way, but I wouldn't suggest doing it. When I go see a seller, I'm locking them up. I'm not going to meet you and do all that and kiss babies. When I come, I want pen to paper. I'm not coming over there just to see you. I want you to sign right here if we agree on everything. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But you can do it the way you want to do it. But if you do need the contracts or anything like that, you can get them at wokerealestate.com. Any of the contracts for seller financing deals, wraparound mortgage deals, subject to deals, lease option deals, all those documents, anything you'll need for any of those type of deals, wokerealestate.com. Anything you'll need is right there.
Oh, okay, this is the site right here, right?
Yep.
Right. Okay, I'll go check it out. I'll check it out when I'm finished. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
man. So
because that's doing double work. I'm gonna go write all this up on some paper.
Right.
I ain't doing all that when I come. I want it already kind of outlined. All I got to do is fill in a few dots. What we agreed to about down payment. What we agreed to as far as whatever. When we're closing. Whatever. The little stuff that you don't know the answers to, but your address, your name, all that stuff, that's done. All I need you to do is see this this point and sign right here, or okay the paperwork. I don't even say sign. Okay the paperwork.
So in terms of like you vetting so all of that is contingent on you finding a tenant for the property though. So if we decide on it's not officially it's not an official thing until you get a tenant in the house.
Well,
right?
It depends. It depends on which way you're going. Are you talking about the lease option way, or are you buying it way?
Well, you subject to it with them, and then you find a tenant buyer, I guess, for the lease option.
So once you get a property under contract, like say you're going to do a subject to or a wrap, you're actually going to buy the house. From that point forward, I start marketing for a tenant buyer there. I'm going to get the house sold because I'm going to get a good deal for it. The demand is 100 times bigger than the supply. You got to remember, there's so many people out there who would love to live in this 3-year-old home, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, and love to live up in this house with a good juicy down payment.
And the neighborhood is great. And it has a big backyard. It's crazy, that house.
and I didn't tell you what I got on my very first one of these deals as a down payment. $21,419 even on a house I never even had no money in.
Wow.
So you never know what. So that's why your goal is get it under contract for a good deal and find somebody else who's gonna give you a big old chunk of money to move in there and take over that thing and love on that house and be happily ever after.
Right.
So that's too. So when you're doing this term, when you do this lease option and you say 5 years, I try to get as long as I can, 10 years. As long as you can get it, the better. Whatever you do. Preferably, I would like to just take over your mortgage. Whatever your mortgage is, I agree to those terms. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I would prefer to do over all of this stuff. I don't want to be coming up with a monthly. I don't want to be coming up with how much time. It's already in the loan. We're buying your house subject to the existing financing.
Right. And then you get the tax incentives to it. All of that.
You want to buy the house. You get the depreciation, the appreciation, all of the benefits of home ownership. You just living the good life. That's what I say. That's where you want to buy the house. Lease option, cool. As a backup plan, I'm buying a house. I'm trying to buy them all, baby.
Gotcha.
You see that? I buy houses. I ain't come to lease your house and then somebody, do an Airbnb or something, it's different. That's different. You can even do that with that house. Depends. You know what I mean? So the possibilities are endless. But your number one goal is to get pen to paper, them agreeing on some sweetheart terms, little or nothing down, and get that thing locked up.
For sure. Yeah, I'm definitely. I have a good feeling about it though, because like I said, like this dude has been he's been hitting me up. So I've been responding, making sure keeping him at ease and stuff. So he's pretty, I think I got him where I need him to be. So tomorrow when I go, like you said, it's just a matter of just closing it out and get the show rolling, trying to get because like I said, he was telling me that he would look for somewhere to go. Like he's been looking at rentals and whatnot for right now. He's not looking to transition into like a house right now. Probably like he said, probably at the beginning of the year or probably like around springtime, but not right now.
Exactly. If you can get that thing with little or no money down, take over those payments, get a big down payment from somebody on the other end, you'll make a big check, just like a wholesale check. And if depending on how
Right.
much you're renting for, you get that monthly. You'll be getting that goose laying golden eggs for no reason for some work you did last year, just paying you every month, every month, every
Right.
month. And then if somebody decides to cash you out, which most of them never do, they say only about 10% of them do, you get another big check because you're gonna sell it for more than you get it from him for, no matter what it is.
Right. Right. So typically, what's the standard for tenant buyers for the down payment?
I don't
Based
even
on the
know
price.
that. See, my whole business is based on questions. See, just like you just asked me, I would be asking that tenant buyer, how much do you think you could put towards a down payment? I don't put no numbers out because they might have a lot more money than they say they got. I don't know.
Right.
I tell them how our program works. We just ask for something reasonable. How much do you think you can put down as far as a down payment? Well, I don't know. How much you need? Well, I'll tell you this. The more you put down, the lower your monthly payment could possibly be. What do you think you could come up with? Questions. See, everything you asking me, if you put that in the question onto the person you talking to, changes everything. You don't have to come up with nothing. You know, you got in your mind what you need to get. You know, you need more than the 2,000 or whatever the monthly payment is. You know that as far as the monthly, you know, your down payment as much as you can get. It's a brand new house. Somebody come give you 25,000 down on a house you got no dollars in. What do you? I mean, how many of them do you got to do before you're out of a job? Like I say,
right.
You're done. You off to the races.
Absolutely.
So what I will suggest too is go back. I don't know if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go back. There's a lot of videos in here to go over some other similar cases and things. They got other little nuggets in it. I don't know if you're gonna have time to, but you know, you really want to get smart on this stuff because I mean, like I say, the stuff to come out your mouth is gonna make the biggest difference of everything.
Right.
So when you learn those wordplay,
if I get that big check or not.
Exactly. If you say the right thing, they're gonna put ink to paper and you go find a tenant buyer and solve their problem.
Right.
You gotta give them 2,000 or 3,000 down, whatever. If I can put 2 or 3 grand down on a brand new house, how many of them can you buy in a year?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Taking it over, man.
Yeah.
Any more questions before I let you go?
Nah, that's it, man. That's it. If anything comes to mind, well, I'm thinking I'll just shoot you a message real quick and whatnot. But yeah, you dropped a lot of gems, bro. It's like I'm surprised I didn't find you much sooner. Was that your wife that in the chat that was that your wife, or was that a relative of you that left? Somebody shot you out, Chris.
Oh, they
somebody
just
said you're the king.
I help a lot of people, man. When you help a lot of people, people coming back and help you.
Yeah, and then she had the person had the same last name.
They did?
Yeah. It's weird.
Oh, they tagged me in. I get tagged in a lot of stuff on Facebook, so people just be
that could be a coincidence, though. That could just be a coincidence. Yeah, but yeah, man. More than one person hit me up and like, yeah, you need to hit Chris. You know, so shout out to you, man.
Well, that's what I'm here to do, is to help as many people as I can. Actually, we got an event coming up that I'm going to be doing, an actual speaking event down in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. There it is right there, March 5th through the 8th. It's going to be my first live event. I'm only doing live right now, but I'm going down to Tennessee. Yep.
Tennessee's not too far from me, bro.
Yep. You need to be there, man. It's all the way in March. It's a nice thing, too.
Oh, you got Nasir on there, too? Oh, wow.
Guru. That's right.
The Guru and Christina. Wow.
Yeah. There's some more people going to be named as well, so definitely check that out. They just start promoting it now. It's for March.
Oh, in March. Okay. Okay. That's definitely, that's, you know, that's definitely, you're not too far. Tennessee's right across from me, so yeah, I could even drive it there if anything.
There you go. Because I was thinking about it too. Like, it's only like a 5-hour drive. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to fly, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be there 20 minutes if I fly, or 20 hours if I
drive. Yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, man, I appreciate you having me on here and dropping these gems. You know, and I'll definitely keep you up to date as to what's going on.
All right, man. So don't go in there saying too much. That's the only thing I say. Ask questions. Nah. You don't know nothing.
Ask questions. and just pretty much just ask questions and zip.
That's right. Remember, you don't know nothing. I'm just here to see how I can help you out. I don't know if we can do anything or not. I'm just trying to see how we can help you out. How can we serve you?
Right. Absolutely. That's a good way to frame it, you know?
That's right. That's right.
Because at the end of the day, it's like I think you pretty much get more information that way.
You do.
Want to keep them talking and just frame it in a way I'm here to help you. So, you know, you tell me what you need and I'll see if I could get it done.
I might be able to help you. I might not be able to. I don't know. My hands are tied. If you're asking for 30,000 down, I'm probably not your guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. If you need,
and I kind of told him that from, you know, not so direct. I said, if you're looking for that 20% down, you know, I can't do that.
He told you 20% down?
No, I told him, because he said to me, he's like, I'm trying to get into another property by next year. So he was like, so, you know, with the down payment, how is it structured? So I said, listen, I understand that you're trying to get into another property, but with what I proposed, you know, taking over your payments and this other strategy, I can't give you 20% down. So I told him that up front.
Did you remember the words I just said to use in the future going forward? We usually buy with nothing down, okay?
Down. Right.
If you stick to that script, it just wipes all that out. I ain't got to have that conversation. And if they do come back and say something like, well, I do need something down, so what do you think you really need down? Then you can dig a little deeper into that and see if you can come to a compromise.
Right.
We usually buy with nothing down. I'm right out the gate. I'm not offering no money. But if they need something down, or if I can put something down, or if it's, you know, they give you a bunch of equity, you do something to make the deal work at that point. But generally, I'm not putting no money down, especially when they're distressed. There's no reason to.
Right.
And you got to make repairs and updates, and, you know, put new appliances. You know, you might have to spend some money, even though you're not going to spend a dime.
Yeah, you're right. You never know. Something. You may have to do a little something. Exactly.
All right. Any other questions for me before I let you go?
No, bro. I think that's it. Like I said, if anything comes up, I'll just shoot you a quick message. But for now, I think you set me straight, bro. I think I'm gonna run this video back just to make sure I get everything intact, and then take it from there. But I think you pretty much answered everything.
I dropped a lot of bombs on you. I'm sorry to unload, and there's more.
A lot of nuggets, man. I have to do the replay to make sure I get everything.
And you want to know how fast I learned this stuff? In about 2 weeks. So, I mean, a person to take the time to get on this YouTube University, learn this stuff, stop making excuses like everybody, I don't know, I ain't got time. Man, you better make some time to go learn it. We went to school to learn nothing, right? You better get on there and learn how to do this stuff. You can change your bank account, change your whole family tree.
Well, a lot of people spend time like on your phone, just like browsing aimlessly. So if you watch some videos, you know what I'm saying, that could make up for that time that you're just strolling or just going through other people's stuff, you know?
Exactly. All right, bro.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you. Just let me know what you come up with, all right?
All right, we'll do, man. Thanks again, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, now, no problem. So, yeah, that's how we do it. I want to make sure everybody know that this Monday night coming up, we got Miss E. Marie Williams, Monday night, 7 o'clock Central. We're going to be talking to her. She closed a $140,000, let's see, $140,927.16 wholesale deal. Good night. Right here in St. Louis. We're going to be interviewing her live right here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and bang that bell if you haven't already, so you'll be notified when we go live, because I'm trying to provide more value to you so you can do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me. Peace out, family.
And we have And we have Mr. I Stay Woke.